position. Okay, lovely. So we didn't get to finish off. I was going to go over our little it was our lotus moon, but I thought we could integrate a little bit of the solstice that we had yesterday. So we used the ideas for the moon before, but I thought this time we'd use it for the sun. So we're going to grab ourselves this lovely, bubbling, spicy, fiery, any of these words that help you get in with this sort of sun solar idea between the hands here. Lovely. Maybe it's just white light. Maybe it's a bit yellow with this solar idea, sun. And it's separating through those open fingers. Lovely. So we're going to make our sun expand now. Doesn't have to be too big, just a feeling of pushing open. And then we're going to shrink it back down. Bring the palms in. Lovely. Open palms, open elbows, shoulders. Lovely. And draw in, bringing a bit more softness to the arms and the hands. And open. Spread wide. And draw back in. We're going to make this match the breath now, a bit more looser maybe. So we're going to expand, and as we open the chest, open the arms, we're going to start to draw in breath. And then we're going to exhale and bring the palms back together. Palms open. Breath comes in. And draw back together. Exhale. Have a little bit more of a flow with this. One more, as big or as small as you want to go. And draw in. Arms coming in together. Then you can bring them onto the belly. Lovely. Have a little adjust if you need to. Notice your postures. And we're going to take this into a bit of a tummy massage, just 3 times, one way. And then reverse. And then let the palms go. And then you can have a bit of a shake, but maybe it's a little less shaky than when it's a little bit of a cooler day. It might look like more of a jiggly wiggle, but just trying to bring a bit of looseness to the joints, the fingers, the ankles, into the hips. Little bob into the feet or the chest, and a little bit of vibration through the body. Lovely, lovely. We're going to go for the move called crane's neck. So we're going to let the chin, the nose start to come a little bit down towards the chest. Doesn't have to go all the way. Just bring it down a little bit. Start to notice the back of the neck open. Draw it back up to center. Bring in everything together. Lovely. And then we're going to take it up to the sky and have a little bit of a marvel at the sun this time. Imagine those rays pouring down on the face, going through that third eye. Lovely. And then draw it back. And we're going to take it down again. Down towards the chest. And then nice and slowly draw it up to the sky, up to that sun. And one more time, back down to the chest. Lovely. Okay, this time the chin is going to start to come forwards before it scoops up. So it's going to jut out forwards. And then I'm going to start to point that chin up to the sky. So we go back up to the sky, but we make a bit more of a circle on our way. Lovely. Then we're going to bring the chin down, but it's going to come very close to our neck. So we will be double chinning. Just go for it. It's worth it. Take it down to the chest. Lovely. And then we take it out. Start to draw chin away from the body. Up to the sky. You can pause at that sun. Take a breath maybe. And as you exhale, you can draw chin down to the chest. Take it out. Push forwards. Draw up. And inhale. Exhale. Bring it down. Double chin into the chest. Still exhaling. Keep it going. Pushing out. One more. Up to the sky. Nice inhale. And take it down. Chin comes close. It guides down into the chest with the exhale. Bring it forwards. Lovely. You can take it up and then bring it to your neutral from that place. No rush. Just adjust. Slowly, gently, noticeably. Okay, have a little wiggle the shoulders, hips. Okay, how is that neck one feeling?
Yeah.
Is that all right? Do you want to try and reverse that pattern? Or was that a good place to leave the necks? You're not sure? Okay, let's leave it then. Let's leave the reverse. If we're ever not sure on the next, that's why I check in. Okay, let's just do a couple of backward shoulder rolls. Lovely. And we're going to grab our ball again. Somewhere in front of the abdomen. It doesn't matter exactly. We're going to be moving this little solar ball around. Okay, so we're going to take it to push out away from the body. So kind of like a basketball, or we're probably a few netball players in here. Push out, lovely. And we're going to grab our ball and then we're going to draw it into the chest or below the chest if it's comfier. We're going to take that ball around so it's going to face away. We're going to push out. Lovely. It's as far as we want to go. Then grab hold and draw it in. One more, taking it out to the front there. Push. And draw in. Lovely. Just bring it to a bit of softness for a moment. Take a breath. Releasing any tension. Lovely. Let's take it up in the sky if you're happy with that. So just go as high as is comfortable for you. So we're going to grab our ball, have a little check-in, have a little look at it maybe. That lovely brimming energy. And we're going to take it up. It's going to pass in front of the face. We can start to look at it. We're going to take it up into the sky. It doesn't have to be a big stretch to start with. Have a little look. And then draw it down, bringing it a little bit closer to the face, the body. It passes down in front of the face, back to around the chest space, just so we can relax those shoulders in the middle there. Lovely. Let's do it 2 more times. So just go your own pace. Take it up. Everything soften, and we'll take it up one more time. Have a little marvel at that solar energy pumped down through the body. And then draw it down with you. Lovely. Back into the chest or belly, wherever's comfortable. Let the shoulders be soft. We're just going to do one more breath to let go of some tension. Lovely. And then we're going to go down 3 times. So if you're seated, you could just take it along the knees, or you could go all the way into the earth if you have a little bit of space between the knees. If you're standing, just go as far as is good for you. I can get mine most of the way down now, but I'm going to really think about where I'm taking this. It's going to go in front of the belly there, in front of the thighs. I'm going to start to adjust. If you need to use the knees, anything. Take it into the earth. Get some kind of connection. And then draw up. Holding on. Elbows come back, shoulders come back. Bring it into this abdomen space so everything align. And then take it down again 2 more times. Just nice and controlled. Using the pelvis, the core to help you glide back up. Lovely. Soften shoulders. And we'll go for one more time. Take it down, reach into the earth this time. Lovely. Draw up. Now we're going to check in with this little solar ball here. And then bring it into the belly. Let palms rest again on that belly space. And we're just going to have a few moments. This could be silence, a bit of breath, or having a little move around and getting a drink. I just want to have a few extra little breaks just to deal with this heat situation. So whatever this time needs to be for you. I might actually just grab myself a little bit of extra water if you don't mind. Good. Okay, how am I doing for time? Excellent. How are the arms feeling after all of that? Are you doing okay? Okay. I'm going to skip the other one when we put our head down because I think it's just too hot. That felt like enough. So maybe we can just take it out to the sides, but I want to just do a little bit opening up in a line before we go and do the bigger movement. So I'm going to open my palms out and I'm going to scoop up to the horizon. We're not going to be going above the head for this. I'm going to take one of the palms and I'm going to turn one palm down. So I've got one up, one down. I know that can feel weird, but don't worry, it's going to feel good. So we're going to do a little stretch from either side into this. So it's not huge because you'll feel just any kind of stretch with this one. And then we're going to take it over to the other side. This is like a fascia release, this one with the little twist. So it can feel weird rather than uncomfortable. It shouldn't feel uncomfortable. But I get like little pops, like tiny weird pops is what I get of tissue kind of releasing. Lovely. Let's do it one more time on each side. Out. And then one more on this one. And take it to center. Let that palm go down. We're going to do inhale and soften down. Exhale and release. Just have a tiny pause there. Have a little notice. So we go, if you've got it in you, we're going to go for it again, but we're going to swap the palms over. So we open out. We scoop up to the horizon. Have a little think about which palm you put down before and now try and do the other one. I think I've got this right. Okay, and then we go a few stretches from side to side. One. Give me one or two more, wherever you've got to. And then you can take the palm to face the earth. Do an inhale. Exhale, soften. Pause or wiggle, whatever you need to do. Excuse me, yawning now myself. Okay, everyone all right? Awesome. Do you fancy doing a little bit of hips? I'm like moving it around because I don't want to do the head down stuff. So hips, yeah, up for working the hips. Okay, so we're going to take this, it's called swirl hips. And you can have your hands on your hips if you want, or the backs, wherever you think will help you with this movement. We are going to take the pelvis. We're just thinking about isolating this space here. So we're going to take just the pelvis forward. Lovely. And then let's take it back to neutral and then imagine drawing it out to the back. Lovely. Into neutral and then taking it forwards. Bring it into neutral. Take it out to the back. And then see if you can smooth that out. Hoping to get a little bit of opening at the back of the sacrum there. Lovely. One more time. And then just have a little wiggle of those hips when you're at the end there. Okay. Can we go for a full side, back, side, and then take it into a circle? Imagine joining those points up. Lovely. It's going to be wicked for those hip joints. Couple of times, smoothing it out. And then bring it to your neutral after the third one and have a little wiggle. And then we're going to try and reverse that. So we're going to go forwards again. Side, back, side, forwards. And then take it into a circle. Think about how far those points went out and try and join them together. Lovely. Get to your last circle and just have a little wiggle again. Okay, lovely. Yeah, I want those hips to be a little bit more open so we can get this next move, get the most out of it, basically. So we're going to grab our ball again now, our lovely solar energy ball here. This time we're going to take it out to the sides of the body. So I'm going to turn, I'm going to take it out to the side there. Lovely. And then draw it back in. Spine will come back to neutral. Holding the ball in the center of the chest, tummy area, exactly where we did before. And then I'm going to take it around to the other side. So the spine's going to open. And I'm going to push. Lovely. And draw in. Go for a couple more times. One more on each side, just like that. Push away. And draw in. Make it round. Push. And bring it in. Bring it back to center when you're done there. Have a little move, adjust, wiggle. Okay, so we're going to take it to the sides and do it a tiny bit different this time. I'm going to take it out, push away, but then I'm going to basically power up my ball by doing like a shine of my sun. So I'm going to move the palms around that sphere space there. Lovely. And that's going to open up the sides of the body while we're and then grab it one more time and draw it in. Lovely. That's a lovely intercostal space movement there. Opener. Take it over. And then time to power up. Lovely. Grab hold and draw it back in. Into the chest. Relax shoulders. Relax elbows. Lovely. Have a little pulse, a little notice of your lovely space there you've created. And then we're going to grab hold and draw that energy into the body and return it to ourselves. So we've got this little sun solar pack now for our week ahead. Let's place it there, give it a little secure, and we're just going to pause for a moment just to notice the body now. Notice our state. Notice the breath. Give me one more belly breath and soften out. A little move, a little wiggle, or walk, or a drink, anything you need. I'm gonna switch to a bit of seated now, if you don't mind, guys. Yeah, just notice your posture, feet flat on the floor. Can we draw the spine, the head a little bit closer to the cosmos? Can we let that support us here? Can we soften the shoulders, soften the jaw? A bit of tension go from the face. Lovely. So we're going to be going above the head with the palms into a prayer position. So we go for a scoop. It could just be just to the forehead. It doesn't have to go as big or as high as mine. Into a prayer. Draw it down. Goes in front of the face, in front of the chest. Then the fingertips are going to start to fall forwards and they're going to open out. Lovely. And scoop again into prayer position. Draw down, connect to the mind, the heart. Fingers fall forwards, palms open. We connect to that belly point there. Spread palms and up into prayer. Draw down. Lovely. Just pause at the chest there this time. So we can do this the other way. We can push up with the prayer position. So let's just try it the other way and compare, because maybe one of them is a bit more enjoyable. Push up, palms open, and scoop and soften. Lovely. We draw palms in. They come up to the chest, and we can push up. Open and soften. One more time. Draw palms up and push. Open. And just let them be soft this time, either on the lap, on the sides of the body. And just have a little soften and release. Did anyone have a preference of which way they preferred it?
Second one.
The second one? Yeah, I think I might prefer the second one. Yeah.
I like the first one.
You like the first one? The first one's the proper way of doing it. So maybe you guys like the proper way, and some of us are like I'll do it my own way. Let's see what works. So yeah, the first one's the proper way of doing it. The second way is just the reversed way of doing it. But lots of the moves have a reversed way of doing it. It's just there's normally somewhere to start and then somewhere to play with. So yeah, I like the play with spaces. But either way that you want to do that one, you can add the breath in, and we didn't do that. So if you've got a preference on which way to do it, please feel free to just do free breaths in that direction. I'm going to do this the proper way. So I'm going to do an inhale as I go up, and the exhale is drawing down. If you do it the reverse, we're inhaling to draw up, and then exhaling to relax. Okay, so it's totally up to you. Most of the time, the drawing up and gathering part is the taking breath in. The letting go is the relaxation. So have a little think and then go for your throw. We'll just do 3, then maybe pause. I'm going to inhale and exhale, drawing down. Let everything sink. And inhale. Lovely. One more. And draw down. Oh, body soft. Pause at the heart space there. Just have a little notice. And then soften. And release however you want to be. Okay. I'd like to do a tiny bit more with this. How much time have I got? I was going to do a tiny bit more with the spine. How does that sound? Um, and then maybe a tiny bit with the feet, but we'll see how we get on for time. So we're going to go for our like tiger claw with this one. So if you haven't done a tiger claw with me before, a nice way to get into it is point the fingers up to the sky and then take them down. So there's a little bit of space between there. Lovely. If you're seated, one of those tiger claws is going to be a nice supporting tiger claw for you onto the chair. And the other one is going to push away. Lovely. Sorry, I've got a cough. Okay, so we're pushing. Lovely. And then in the middle, we're coming to an open here. And then we're going to hold on. I'll show you the standing difference in a second. Hold on and push away. Lovely. And then everyone's doing the same thing in the center, which is this. So just relax for a second, guys, and I'm just going to show standing the difference. So instead of using a hand to hold on with standing, that's going to go out behind us, okay? So if you want to do that in a seated position, fine. It's just depending on chairs. You might be struggle, and also you might need the extra support to get a bit of spine rotation. So in the middle, we're all here. And then we're taking it, so we push apart. So I can get the spine open. Lovely. Take it to the middle. Push away. Lovely. Over to the other side. Push away. Back to center. Last one. That's hot. And push. Back to center. Take an inhale there, and the exhale, soften down. Lovely. Have the shoulders, have a little roll, have a little wiggle. How'd that feel for everyone? Awesome, awesome. Okay, I'm going to go back to seated. I wonder if you can see my feet with these bits. There, that will work. Okay, so if you're standing, this is either balancing or supported. You can use a dining chair to hold on to. I'll try and show you all the differences with this. But obviously I only have so much time and capabilities, but if I can get free shows, then I will. Okay, so I'm going to be, can see my feet. We got this connection, got a little bit of space, maybe that bit is not as important, but make sure you've got a good bum connection to the chair here, because we're going to lift in the leg up and we'll need that engagement, that support. Okay, so if you are standing, we're going to be raising the knee up and then pointing out, but if you're seated, that's not going to come up as high, but you can raise it up a little. And then you can point the toe forwards. So I'm going to point with my toes out. So my legs straighten and I'm pointing the toe. Lovely. Let's take that down now. So we're lowering it to the earth and we're going to slide it back into its original or somewhere position. Over with the other one. Excellent. And then let's have a go with the other leg. So if you're standing, move the weight to the other side. Engage that side. And then we're going to lift up there. Point with the toe. And then take it down. Slide it in. Lovely. Have a little wiggle. Can we go back to the original side? Can we lift the knee up? point the toe out. This time we're going to switch it so that the heel is pointing forwards. So the heel's pushing outwards. Lovely. Back to toe push. Point toe. Push heel. Point toe. One more in each way. Push heel. Point toe. And then let it sink down and slide it back in. Perfect. Have a little wiggle if you need to. I'm going to go to the other side. So we're going to, lift the knee up first. Give it a space. And then point it out. Point the toe. Lovely. Heel. Toe. Heel. Toe. And then take it down, point it down, slide it in, have a little wiggle. Okay, I'm going to stand up. Obviously, stay seated, guys. Who are seated, I'm just going to show you how a supported version might look, or standing is just not having the chair involved. So I'm going to move my weight to this side because I'm going to be using this side. And I'm going to draw my knee up. I'm going to point the toe forwards. Lovely. This time we're going for a circle with the toe. So you can go out or in, doesn't matter. We're going to reverse it. So we're going to draw a circle with the toe. Lovely. And reverse that. Point it out. Take it down. And slide it back in. Have a little wiggle. Awesome. We're nearly there. So if you're not using anything at all, you might want to get the arms a little bit more involved to help you balance or to just look graceful, however you like. So I'm going to move my weight. I'm going to draw my knee up. I'm going to point my toe out. And I'm just going to go for this last bit, circling. Take it out. And then reverse. Lovely. Point. Bring it down. Draw it in. And then just have a little wiggle. A little notice of how you're feeling. And we're nearly done. I thought we'd just do a tiny bit of head face massage here from that middle point over the eyebrows into the top. So from third eye over the eyebrows and into the taps. And then you can just give the whole face a little bit of love and wake up. And bring that down the neck. Just help flush any extra fluids and toxins out. Lovely. Little flick, little shake. How you guys doing?